let me repeat it again. The burden of the brutalized is not to comfort the bystander. So you have no critique. You have no catalog of achievement. You have no. We can't tell whether you have been criticizing the government on our behalf, whether you've been doing it for your own personal vested interest. But if you have no established, can we call it, for our oppression, then please don't criticize us when we take the next step. Like now, this week, people are talking about Occupy, JKIA. They are already insinuating that, oh, we want to engage in arson and whatnot. No, they have blocked us from accessing Uhuru Park. First of all, they erected a fence there, God knows for what. It's supposed to be a public park. That fence needs to be down as soon as possible. But they have blocked us from CBD, and then now they use the business people to try and guilt trip us. Oh, because you're coming to CBD, then the business people are not making money. And I'm wondering, these business people, if the people don't have money, where will you get the customers? Where will you get the clientele to sustain your business? So we are all in this shit together. That's what you need to understand, so that when you open your mouth and claim that you're a businessman and you're suffering because of the protest, so me, I'm your potential client. How do you expect me to get money or to have money to come and support your business when they are passing a very toxic, a very sterile finance bill? So we are all in this together one way or another. So if you have no established catalog of our criticizing for our issues, for our grievances, please don't give us suggestions. Don't make suggestions for those of us who are in the struggle, those of us who are in the grind, trying to make it better. I was telling somebody, and I did a tweet just recently, just a while ago. I was saying Uhuru Kenyatta banned JKIA in 2013. 2013, he had seen the only way he's going to push his business interests. First of all, he wanted, to get the duty free. He wanted to be in control and get the contracts for the duty free. And then he wanted to terminate the Greenfield terminal. So because he couldn't do that legally, then he resorted to an unconventional way. And we endured the disruption that was even... Forget about everything we endured, because I remember I was traveling at the time a lot. We endured the disruption for months. Everything was overhauled. Everything was done. Even where we were going to get our stamps. Today, those contracts still exist at JKI. Do you know how much they are getting paid? They are getting paid 2 million shillings. 2 million shillings a day for those useless tents where when you're arriving, you get into a tent, I don't know what. They are being paid 2 million shillings. Nobody has ever raised a finger. But because now a group of protesters are saying, because we've been blocked everywhere, now let's go to the airport. We are not going to ban it. We are just going there to protest because they have blocked us in every other avenue that we want. Oh, now they are saying, oh, we are promoting anarchy. Where were they when Uhuru was banning the airport? You understand? So finally, I would want to tackle this issue of this treacherous bastard called Raila Amolo Odinga. Like, that guy has no shame whatsoever. We are supposed to be looking at our elders for advice, for direction, but slowly it's emerging that age is no longer a measure of wisdom, because you are ready to sacrifice all the ideals, all the principles, all the values that you've been purporting to stand for. But there was this one time I went to the the Jaramogi Odinga Center in Upper Hill, and he gave us a speech. And you will notice when he's giving his speeches, he starts from 1982, and then they end at 1995, and then he says he went, I don't know where, he was in exile, or he was in hiding, and then these people told him to hide, but he conveniently sleeps and forgets to tell us, or omits the fact that from 1997, he is the one who extended the Moi regime, part of him and the other MPs who came up with this so-called IPPG, and whatnot. And he came now in the Kibaki era, and then he came to the Uhuru era. His treachery and his betrayal is well documented, is in the public domain. So to see him embarking on the same garbage that he's been doing year in, year out. To see him now saying, he released a statement today saying, oh, I don't know, the doctors must be dealt with. I don't know what all these issues must be dealt with. Who asked him? Who does he think that they are going to be dealt with because he spoke about them? This is the entitlement with a certain political class that we want to eradicate, because when they are talking about dialogue is amongst themselves, and we are saying that we are tired of your nonsense. Raila Odinga has pieced on his credentials, his imaginary credentials. He's I hear he's a conman, but I think he's worse. I think this guy is the problems of Kenya today are intertwined with Raila Odinga, and to see him shamelessly, even fronting names to be part of the cabinet. I'm happy because when we started this movement, we were only about Ruto must go, but now we have gotten Raila Odinga as a bonus package. So is buy one, get one free is a bog off, because this Raila clown, this Raila character has been behind our misery, and now is an opportunity to hit a reboot so that in the next political dispensation, because we have seen Joe Biden, we had said Joe Biden is a one-time president. You can see his senility. His senility even drove him to Ruto. So if we are saying that Joe Biden has gone, if we are saying that Nicolas Sarkozy, not Sarkozy, this French president Macron has gone, if we are saying that Rishi Sunak has gone, then clearly there is no international support for William Ruto. If we are hearing, if the rumors are true that the donors have suspended funding from Kenya, if it is true that businessmen are not paying their taxes, then in a few weeks, Ruto will not have money even to pay the very policemen who are brutalizing us. So we are ending, the end game is clear. We are going, we are getting into something called a scorched earth policy, that's or strategy, where now the government will not have funds to continue propagating their heinous and outrageous and demonic agenda. So since we have seen that end, we should start preparing early, because it is inevitable. Ruto is going. It's just a matter of when. But it's not an if. It's when he leaves. And from my own predictions, and I'm rarely wrong, Ruto cannot get to 2027. He will definitely not get there. Look at him today. Even when he's given an opportunity on a silver platter to rise to the occasion, to tower above his petty and parochial interests, the guy just opens his mouth and says the dumbest shit that can come out of a human being. You wonder what's wrong with this guy. He's just intentionally, deliberately provoking us. And now when people now decide he has triggered, I've had the PS here talking of higher education, and she's talking in a very motherly tone, and she's saying, oh, I'm a mother, I'm you're sympathizing with who? Shut the fuck up, man. Stop trying to insult our collective intelligence over here, trying to say you're sympathizing with who. You are increasing university students' fees. You are reducing help allocations. You've been planted there just to fulfill an agenda, and that agenda comes with disenfranchising young people so that you alone can be there on top, reaping from what you've not sown. And we are saying we are tired because of this collective bullshit. Then you're coming here and your motherly tone, and then with your scripted speeches here, you're trying to doing so come to 10th, that. It's just shut the fuck up, man. Emirates shouldn't be hosting some of these GOK clowns over here, man. Yeah, I know we want to make it as a free speech, I don't know, citizens assembly, but some things, man, these guys are insulting our intelligence. These guys just want to aggravate us with our taxes. And so we are saying, when we are taking the next step that we are taking in this movement, it could be non-violent. Everyone seems to think that protest is the only strategy, is the only plan, is the only option that people have. No, there are so many other strategies of non-violent protest, and we are going to utilize all of them, because we are saying that we have given these guys time to just say something, to just give us a hint, to just say, what, we are going to overhaul the cabinet, and then then they bring back the same losers, the same wankers, the same idiots who have been oppressing us, the same guys who should be in the International Criminal Court are brought back because he's showing us like mutadu, he's showing us like the middle finger like mutadu, yenye ni nani. And so I'm saying, I am worked up. I'm wondering why everyone else is not worked up. I'm wondering why are you guys just moonlighting like this? If we decide as young people that we are going to do X, Y, and Z, and yes, give me 1 minute, I clear. I know normally when I hear your voices, that's the time, whatever, that's the bell. Yeah. So yeah, we are saying as young people, if amongst us we have people who are masquerading as they are neutral, and then they are fronting the government's agenda, then we should call them out. And calling them out is not a sign of disunity. It is a sign of transparency and accountability. The same accountability that we demand or we aspire for our country, we should be implementing it so that we cannot replace one crop of despots with the other. Thank you very much, Amerix, for hosting me.
All right. Thank you, Francis. I don't know if Edgar, go on. I don't want to interfere. Give mic to everyone who wants to talk. This is their citizen space. Let them talk. Their pain, their anger, their rage, because people are pained. So give mics to everyone so that they speak 2 minutes, 3 minutes, so that we push this forward. Thank you very much.
Okay, asante sana. So I'm going to go with Billy Mia.
Could someone else kindly go first, then I go.
Oh, okay, next. Okay. Kenya Daima.
Tumewasaidia sana to create the 1982 situation so that now they will sit down in their offices and tell us, guys, you see these people, they want to bring a coup. We are leaderless, we are partyless. If we give them these two things, they will forget about all the pertinent issues that we have raised and focus on that. And what are these pertinent issues that we have raised? Meritocracy, call for accountability, implementation of policies that favor Kenyans, and upholding the rule of law. My clarion call to everyone is, if you do not want to fight for the farmers, then fight because you are a consumer. You will consume these products. If you do not want to fight for the teachers, fight because you are a student. You are going to be a student, or you're going to have a child who is going to be a student. And so you need the education sector to work. If you do not want to fight for the doctors, then fight for your health, because you are the one who will fall sick and you will need the doctors there to treat you. Guys, do not be derailed. This movement has stood the test of all of this, of partylessness and leaderlessness. It is not time to be derailed. It is time to focus. It is time to focus. And all of this, mind you, is all by design. It is all by design. There's nothing that is by mistake. Steve has said that there's something called the New World Order that is about to happen or will happen. Guys, it is not about to happen. It is happening. They have taken away the food sovereignty. Now they're taking away the healthcare system that was working. Now they want to make us remain illiterate so that they can control us. And then they will control the population. How? By keeping you sick, by feeding you food that is compromised. Then you will need them. If you look at the trend of this political class, what they are now investing in, you will notice that they are investing in the healthcare sector because they know that that is going to be the next cash cow, because you have been fed compromised food. Wake up. Focus, guys, focus. Do not protect someone that does not want to protect you. Do not be lied to by tribalism that will make you say, Mtuwetu, he's for us. Meanwhile, they are looting, they are being corrupt, they are evading accountability, they are killing us in the streets, and it is not enough that they have killed us in the streets. Now they want to kill us again in the long term by denying us food sovereignty, by giving us bad healthcare, by denying us education, by killing our future and the future of those kids that are coming up and the future of those kids that we are yet to have. How are you going to have a kid in such a bad economy, in such a bad situation? Let us focus. The enemy is corruption. The enemy is oppression. The enemy is bad governance. We are not each other's enemies. We have to protect ourselves as the sovereign people of this country. We are the Kenyans for Kenya.